Good morning. We're on Party 93.4 and WXO in New York City. And this is Oh Wow, This Changes Everything with mixologist Melody Brooke. Today we have Adam Sachs and Dan Osit of Ignighter.com, and they wanted me to spell that for you because it's not spelled as you would think. It's spelled Ignighter.com. And today we're talking about dating online, how it's broken and how we can fix it. So welcome, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Delighted to have you. So we were talking earlier a little bit about how you got started, and it sounds like you guys got frustrated with your own dating experiences. Can you share some of those before, as we start?
Sure. So this is Adam. Dan and I went to college together and graduated a few years ago, moved to New York City, entered the professional world and the single dating world, and immediately the thing that we realized was it was really hard to meet new people for dating purposes. We both worked in big corporate companies, and we were living in the biggest city in the country, but we were shocked at how isolating it was and how hard it was to meet new people. And at this point, a bunch of our friends were experimenting with online dating sites,
Right.
and almost pretty much all of them universally coming back to us with horror stories about how it was awkward, they wasted a Thursday night, or they wasted their Friday night, they wasted money, and we just kind of thought like, well, there's got to be a better way. I mean, why would people want to do that? It sounds so unpleasant.
Yeah, I know my clients have. I've had plenty of single clients that have had difficulty doing that too, and maybe one person had some success, but for the most part, it's just a nightmare of anxiety about what you're going to wear and who this person is and is it safe and what are you going to do, and you have to have all these, womansavers.com was on a couple of weeks ago, and they're great because they offer this service where you can let them you put it in where you get an automated phone call 15 minutes into the date. So that you can say, oh, I've got to go, there's an emergency if you want to.
I like that.
But what you're talking about avoids all that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there's naturally a lot of anxiety with dating, especially online dating, and there's naturally safety issues, especially with online dating.
Right.
And so we've tried to develop a model that kind of alleviates that, because with Ignighter you sign up with your friends and you go out and meet another group of friends. So when you're out with your friends, there's a lot less pressure because you're comfortable with your friends, and it's a fun, natural experience, which really helps with normal anxiety that comes with dating and online dating. And plus, there's the whole safety issue because you're with a group of friends, so you don't need to worry about getting that emergency call and looking for an excuse to leave the date.
Yeah, and you're not all getting all worked up about this person before you've ever even met. Which,
Yeah.
That so many of my clients they'll meet somebody online and it seems like they make a connection, and so then they get anxiety about, oh, they haven't emailed me in 2 days, and what does that mean? And just all that stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, with Ignighter, that stuff isn't there because you're with your group of friends, and so it's really like any other weekend night. At least for us, a typical weekend night was, hey, let's a few of us guys go out and see if we can meet another group of people, and that's essentially what the atmosphere is like when you use Ignighter to go out and meet new people.
That's cool. So, what are some of this? Do you have stories about some of the things that people have done since they've, connections that people have made, or how things have gone for people on using your system?
One thing that we found is that when people go out in groups, they tend to be a little more experimental or go out on a limb a little bit more with what their date entails. I mean, we do get a lot of like, oh, I'll meet you at a bar. Our group of friends will meet your group of friends at a bar or a restaurant. But at the same time, there are people that are experimenting with, like, karaoke is a big one, bowling,
Laser tag.
laser tag for sure, picnics. So basically, when you have
Yeah.
your group of friends, you're just. I think the atmosphere is different, and you can be yourself a little bit more and try things that you wouldn't necessarily try on a one-to-one date.
Yeah, the people really tend to be emboldened by being out in a group setting.
This is
Kind of
Dan, right?
tend to come out of their shells a little more so.
So tell me about your own experiences. Y'all obviously have been doing that yourselves.
Of course.
Yeah, we have a few groups on Igniter actually. Anyone who's on the site right now can check out the Igniter Boy Geniuses. That's one of our group names. And yeah, we go out all the time on our Igniter dates, and we have yet to have a bad experience. Every time we go out, we leave the date feeling so affirmed and so happy about what we're doing because it's just such a fun experience. Even if even if we go out on a date and we don't really have a connection with the other group, that's fine because we're still out with our friends having a good time. And sometimes we do go out and make really good connections with the girls in the other group.
I'm actually dating somebody that I met on an Igniter date.
That was going to be my next question.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those like I'm not only the like it's not only my company but I'm also a client type of thing.
Right.
So that's entirely true.
So you did this not just for other people, but so that you could have what you need.
Oh, almost primarily so that we could have it. The other people thing was a cool afterthought.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. So, so tell me how you made the connection with the girl that you're dating now. Is this Dan that's made the connection?
It's Adam.
It's Adam.
Adam. Okay. So Adam, tell us about that.
We were out in Colorado, and actually, someone current TV was filming a documentary about Ignighter and this incubator program that we were a part of called TechStars, and they wanted to see us on a real group date on camera, and we're never ones to shy away from doing that because we do love it. So we set up a group date with people that we didn't know, and I actually met my girlfriend on camera on a group date.
That's cool. That's
Yeah,
cool.
it was really
And
cool.
so is that somewhere online where anybody can see it?
Can see the documentary?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go to
Our blog.
our blog and search for current.tv or startup, I think you should be able to find it.
Or startup?
It's igniter.com/blog.
Okay.
And I think if you do, there's a search box on the blog, and probably if you enter current TV, I think you'll find it.
Okay.
It's a pretty cool documentary.
That sounds very cool, especially since we get to see the girl, right? She must
Yeah,
be
you
nice.
can see the girl briefly.
Yeah. So, what was it about her group of friends that worked for your group of friends for that event?
There's a number of different things. Their ages matched up with our ages. They were 6 girls and we were 3 guys, so that ratio sounded good to us. And their interests matched up with ours. If I remember correctly, they liked a lot of the same music that we liked, and you can see that stuff on the profile.
So that's what you have on your group profile. You have the kinds of music you like, the kinds of activities that you like, and
Yeah, how your group knows each other, interests that you share, what you talk about. There's also a place where you can give a high school yearbook superlative to each member of your group.
that's cute. So do you have pictures on there also?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you have pictures. You have an individual picture, and then the real focus is on the group photo.
Right.
So you're encouraged to upload as many pictures as you want of you and your group.